You are now listening to Mike's Opinion, Logic Unleashed.
Yeah. Come on. Mike's Opinion Podcast. Yeah. The Mike's Opinion Podcast. Yeah. Come on, the Mike's Opinion Podcast. Come on. How you doing? You doing all right? I hope you're doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there one day at a time. Summer has begun. I only want to get my hopes up. Has begun to subside here in Texas. It's not going to be 107 degrees tomorrow. It's only going to be about 100. And then the next day it's going to be 99. And then it's going to be 98. So I'm hoping. Here's hoping. Right? Because, fall is my weather. But, I always want to know off the rip, how are you doing? How are you doing? You doing all right? I hope you're doing good. I really do. I hope you're prepared. So, only a couple things I want to talk about this episode really quick. It's been a long day and I'm tired. I'm ready to go take a nap. Well, go to sleep. I sleep in like 4-5 hour increments, here and there. I might be up for 20, sleep for 4. Up for 18, sleep for 3, get up. I know people say, yo, you need to get you a solid 8 hours. Well, that hadn't happened, and I don't know, for years. So maybe one day my battery just gonna fall out, But my body will be like, yo, go lay down. Is your body like that? Especially when you get long in the chin. It's summertime, so always keep it the baby face. But as soon as fall kick in, the facial hair will be back. The facial hair will be back to some degree. Shout outs and big ups to all of my beard dudes, my lace front honeys, the wigs on top of your head. I just don't have the tolerance for it. It's too hot. It's too hot. I seen a dude the other day at the grocery store, yo, and I just happened to look over at the right time, and something crawled out of his beard. It wasn't a big bug, and it was just a little bug. I was like, I just turned and minded my business and kept on going and getting what I was getting from the store. But I just happened to turn, and I turned. There wasn't nothing there, and then it kind of dug out of his beard. He had a big old beard. Shout out to my beard dudes. And I've done it. No. When we evolved from supposedly primates, right? Primates are covered in hair. Our evolution involved us losing that hair. So by my logic, the less hair we have, the more evolved we have. That's why when you hear the aliens come down, you hear people that have had encounters with aliens, they ain't got no clothes on, they ain't got no hair, they ain't even got no ears, so hey, these are just thoughts. They're just thoughts. They're my thoughts, how I think about some shit sometimes. But I got on the links to fit it. First of all, from New York, so it's genuine, never fronting ever, born and raised, boogie down Bronx, Harlem, stand up. Those are my people. That's where I'm from. So I could wear that. Sometimes I'll be wanting to see dudes with the New York fitted on and be like, yo, you from there? But no, I don't do that. You got the right to wear whatever gap you want to wear, even if you from, Wisconsin or some shit, And I ain't got nothing against people from Wisconsin. I've been to Wisconsin. You should date this honey. Anyway, I'm not going there. But how you doing? Doing all right? I hope you're doing okay. Last episode or episode before that, I briefly, talked about the upcoming season, fall, which I love, and the holidays that come along with that. And it made me think about this topic, which I'm going to get to in a second, which is why I got on my hip hop gear. You know what I'm saying? But, I would have liked to have started the show. That beat is fat. No doubt. But I've been always looking for new beats. And, the budget is slim. Support the show so I can buy some beats. It's free for you to listen and to watch. It is not free for me to make. I need some beats. If you got a source for some dope free beats, then I'm not gonna have to get a copyright strike or put in the information and all that. Mike's Opinion Show at gmail.com. Hit me up. Email me. You can find this, if you're watching on YouTube down below, or you can, if you're watching, listening on DSP, it's in the show notes. My email, Mike's Opinion Show at gmail.com, or hit me up on any of the socials. X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, IG, all of them joints. I'm out there. I'm out there. So I want to start this though by giving big ups to the Democratic Party and the Democratic National Convention. Yesterday was day 2. Barack and Michelle came out there and said their things. And, I'm just going to be transparent. And I think I've said this before in other episodes. I agree with values and topics, and things. I'm trying to think of another word. Issues that both parties have. Okay. Liberals, conservatives, Democrats, the Republicans, even some of the independents. I think they all, in part, offer some good ideas. Unfortunately, those ideas don't come together. Partisanship is a thing. And I just, kumbaya, can't we all just come together? Can't we all just get along? In the words of Rodney King. Is Rodney King dead? And please, I mean, no disrespect. If Rodney King has passed away, I think he has. May he rest in peace. But Michelle Obama says some things straight to Donald Trump. And it was so funny because, Barack and Michelle, it's evident that they Black. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that they in touch with the soul that us Black people bring, that we have, that makes us different, how we connected to the rhythm of the planet. So and she said, somebody better tell him. I was like, what? What? Yo, listen. It's only day 2, and I really haven't been watching. I'm just watching snippets and highlights, but I had to check that out, and they just so classy with a touch of ghetto, like just a touch. But the education, the like I said, the sophistication, the classiness, it's there and it shines through. The Obamas is looking just fabulous, looking fabulous. So, enough about the politics. We're gonna hear nothing about that between now and November, and probably past November into January, February. Who knows how that's gonna go, right? But today I wanted to, like I said, I was thinking about the holidays, and I was thinking about New Year's Eve. I'm really not making any plans as of yet because it's August, right? It's still August, but it's good to plan ahead. And I got to thinking. I flip through some channels if I'm at the crib, and there's only 2 main ones. Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve, and I think Carson Daly got one, I think. But I was thinking I ain't never seen an all hip hop New Year's Eve. Now, maybe it was and I missed it, but I'm talking about a nationally televised staple that's going to be rocking every year. They got the Latin Grammys. Why we can't have the hip hop New Year's Eve? We want to separate everything. And there's a lot of hip hop acts that play different places, and they get on a couple of them joints, get on the two main joint. Dick Clark used to have it for a whole, for a long time, and then Ryan Seacrest, I think, he's like the modern day Dick Clark, right? Got his hands into all kind of stuff. I think he's getting ready to do the Wheel of Fortune. That's a 30, 40-year gig, right? So, um, but would you like to see a hip hop New Year's Eve? Is hip hop grown enough, mature enough, complete enough to hold down and produce, I don't know, what is it, 2, 3, 4 hour long show every year in great fashion, in elegant street fashion? But hip hop just ain't street. Now, I was there when it was born. I was a participant and an eyewitness when it was birthed. So, facts. Just like you looking at the man that started blunts. I was the first person to do blunts. Listen to my episode. Find that episode. I started blunts. I'll argue anybody that fact. It's a fact. Facts. But do you think we could get that done the right way? A lot of people had their opinions about the 50, when hip hop turned 50 to show. Some people, I know my man KRS Boogie Down, BDP, he wasn't really with it, but I'm like, yo, we needed to do that just because, so many people sacrificed their life just so black people could do things, so hip hop can do things. And I understand your stance, KRS1, but sometimes you got to set your personal beliefs and values aside if it serves a greater good. So that's really what I wanted to know. So I always do research for the episodes, and I was like, hey, what else hip hop could we do? What about a hip hop Hall of Fame? There is one. Check that out. Search Hip Hop Hall of Fame, and it looks it's promising. I like what I saw. Hip Hop Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? But what else could hip hop do that music has done? Right? Do we need a hip hop Grammys? Like I said, they got the Latin Grammys. Latin, they took their little side path off for a minute just for them. And I don't know if they're ostracized from the regular Grammys. But I would like to see an all hip hop New Year's Eve show. Somebody tell somebody to tell somebody that can make decisions, because that's what I'm used to talking to, decision makers, the bosses. You know what I'm saying? So, but, and I know, look, right now the song "Sweet" by Common is coming to mind. And it's just like, I'm a pioneer. I'm an old head. So I don't feel old. I feel sleepy right now. But, it's easy for me to say a lot of the hip hop produced out here right now is trash. But a lot of hip hop out here right now is not made for me. It should be. It should be an evolution of hip hop. But there's light at the end of that tunnel. And I say that because MC Lyte is dropping new music. LL Cool J is dropping new music. Some of these established pioneer artists, I don't want to say coming out the shadows or having a rebirth or have set aside they fear that, everything has to be catered and created for the youth. But for whatever reason, some of these older established artists are back in the game, creating good music. I follow Light on the big up to MC Light on the socials, and you know, she's responded to, just like some of the stuff that I've liked and commented on. But she be in the studio, saying, "Hey, listen to this," giving little snippets, and it's fire, it's heat. And I'm not biased. Good music is just good music. And these mumbling, incoherent, still ain't talking about nothing but what drugs and liquids they taking, how much money I got and you ain't got, how many chicks you bring down, how many girlfriends of other dudes they boning. Y'all ain't talking about nothing substantive to me. To me, it's not a there's no positivity. There's nothing that really make you think. So many, it seems, because it really can't be, can it? It can't be. But so many of the youth just seem lost. And I like, when you hear the old cat say, back in my day, yes, yes, there was a difference. I challenge you. Pick any decade from the time hip hop, I mean any year from the time hip hop started. But let's bring it into some form of establishment. So let's say from the 90s. The top 10 hip hop songs in 1990, 1991, 1992 versus the top 10 hip hop songs in the last 3 years. 2020, well, 2024 is not over. So let's say 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. And look at the subject matter. Look at the lyrics. Now, I'm not saying there was no gangsta hip hop and killing and but the glorifying of the drug dealing and all of that, anyway, is different. A lot of it is not trash. Some of it is very creative still. And I bumped to some of it, even though it's not made for me. It's made for 14, 15, 16, 18, 20 years olds. Get turned up, do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on the youth. I was that. Would not want to be it again, except for the physical aspects. They say youth is wasted on the young. And I agree. So the next iteration of Earth or planet, I don't want to be Benjamin Button, but I think you should get stronger and your body should become more youthful as you age, stronger and more vibrant, and more vital. Because when you get older, that's not the case. Now, I've been up for a long time, so I'm sleepy right now, but I know I still go hard. I still go hard. And unlike a bunch of my partners, fortunately, knock on wood, I don't have no ailments in terms of like knees. Sometimes my back hurt a little bit, but I know people, a couple of my partners, and had hip replacement. They bionic and shit. And in my age, I still don't have none of that. I'm still capable, can run up the stairs, shoot hoops with my son, and do all of that. So I'm fortunate. And I do what I can to take care of my body. Exercise. I don't drink pretty much anything but water, maybe a smoothie with fruit and vegetables in it. And I try not to eat that fried food, but it's good. But I try to limit that. Wifey definitely, she serves up the good stuff. So I just want to know what you think. And maybe the word will get out there so we have enough time to produce and put out a hip hop New Year's Eve show? Who would you like to see? Let me see. I'd like to see people from all over. I mentioned Common, Run DMC, Cardi B. I don't know all the people, all of the people. I don't think you know Houdini. Half of Houdini is dead. I don't know. Would you want to see Drake and Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar and all of those guys? J. Cole? I don't know. Definitely my man Uncle L on there. You know, just all hip hop, all types of hip hop. That would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. So my answer to the question I asked earlier, is hip hop complete enough, mature enough, old enough? Is hip hop complete enough to do a nationally televised once a year New Year's Eve show? And those shows, like I said, go on for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours. So I want to know what you think. I think it would be a great idea. And we could let hip hop be the core. A lot of people equate hip hop to just black people, Latino people. But no, let it be hip hop is the main thing, the core. And let's let everybody get down and participate and show them how peaceful and wonderful and creative and fantastic the genre is. Yeah. That's really all I had today. Let me know, chime in, feedback. Let me know what you think. Also support the show. Like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. Do all that right now as soon as this show finishes. It really helps. It really helps the show. If you can contribute financially, it would be greatly appreciated. Links in the show notes. I got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. There's also a GoFundMe out there. Support the show. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. And as always, I hope you are okay. I hope you are okay. I hope you're doing better than okay. I hope you're good. I hope you're on the pathway to great. And if you are already great, then become astounding. Be spectacular. Huh? Could always strive for more. Right? And then spread that. Spread that. Touch somebody. Boom. Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. I will see you next week. I'm Mike, and this is the Mike's Opinion Podcast. Thanks again for listening and for watching.
Thank you so much for listening to Mike's Opinion. Logic Unleashed.